Okay, so I'm gonna try something new here. I'm gonna try doing a partial cook in my living room and a partial cook in my kitchen. Just because I'm feeling a little lazy today, my legs kind of tired, and I just want to make all the stuff. So, this is how to make my food bank based chili. I got the cans from a food bank, so I didn't pay for them. These vegetables here we're only going to use this. So the garlic was from a food bank. You'll need 3 cloves of garlic. You'll need 2 jalapenos, half a tomato, half an onion, and a green chili pepper. Warning, this chili is pretty spicy. So for those of you who don't like it spicy, I suggest maybe cutting out some of the green chili. But so all we're doing is we're simply taking the canned chili and we're spicing it up a little bit, making it a little bit more edible, making it a little bit more presentable, so this way it doesn't taste so. So we first just take our knife and we chop everything. You're gonna want to mince the garlic, kind of like this. You're gonna want to very carefully cut the garlic so that you get nice little fines. If you're wondering, this is not a lot of garlic. Garlic is very intense, so it will make up for it. Plus, we're going to add garlic powder later on. The spices we will need for this is red pepper, paprika, garlic powder, and Italian seasonings. I will say those again when I get them out, so don't worry if you guys didn't get all that and you need pictures. I will show it again. Sorry I haven't posted videos in a while. My depression has gotten bad, and I do apologize. I don't remember my last video, so if anyone can post in the comments if I promised to show any more videos, remind me of it. And then also, I'll be making a chicken spinach chicken spinach spaghetti probably next week or maybe the week afterwards. I'll post that. And then I'll probably post chicken fajitas as well as maybe even a pork chop recipe. We'll see. Okay, so that's the garlic. I usually do with these because I don't like to cut tomatoes very much. It gets a little annoying. So I just cheat and just cut them like this. I know you're supposed to cut them in circles, but I don't give a fuck. They're all going to go in the same thing anyway. So it don't matter. So... So we got that. We're getting that all chopped up here. You want to dice these. Don't mince anything. Don't do anything more than slicing. If you don't know what the difference is, dicing is what I'm doing right now. Slicing is simply just putting things one slice. When you dice, it means that you're just cutting it smaller. For those of you who don't know how to cook that well, I don't mean to explain things profusely for those who are more advanced. So yeah. I hope everyone's doing okay. I know everything's been a little crazy. I've been doing good. Mostly just some latent depression. I'm a little too single for my own good, and it just annoys me sometimes. So my apologies if anyone, if I don't post things when I say I will. Sometimes my depression gets the better of me, and I apologize. I know I have a few subscribers that are kind of, well, I only have like 3 or 4, so I don't have that many. But I'm hoping to grow the channel more. So yeah, this is a food bank meal mostly. The only thing I really bought, I think, were the onions and jalapenos. So I think the onion was like on sale, so it was only like maybe a pound of onions for like maybe a couple of bucks. So this onion's probably a pound, so maybe it's about a couple of bucks. I estimate this meal, if you wanted to purchase all the ingredients yourself, you could probably get it for $10 at a grocery store. It wouldn't be that difficult. That's what my estimate would be at. And this should feed about 3 or 4 people. We are going to add a hot dog to it, so we're basically making chili dogs. I'm not going to use ketchup because I don't want the extra sugar. I need to cut down on the sugar because I got to get my A1C down. A little bit more for safety. We're almost done here with the onion. I know, this is the boring part. No one ever liked the chopping. Chopping is, oh, it's so boring. Well, I'm sorry. Cooking's not always fast-paced, Gordon Ramsay style, where he's insulting you, yelling at you like you're a schlemiel. Sorry about that. It's not how it is. All right, so like that. All right, we're good. This is one of those good onions. You can tell because the fumes are like it is. I don't got much more of it, so don't worry. Horrible at this part. We don't got much more of it, so don't worry about it. If I need to get up and let my eyes rest for a little while, I do apologize. Okay. I'm going to wash my hand for a minute. Give me a second. I apologize, people. It's just that onion is really, really, really red. Really good. It's a good onion. By the way, how you can tell that the onion is good is if it makes your eyes do that. That's what you want. That's how you know you got a good onion. You got the jalapenos. I don't usually de-seed my shit because I can handle the spice. However, if you want to include the flavor of the jalapeno, I'm going to de-seed this because I'm going to have a friend taste test it. But I don't always de-seed. That is how you try to handle the flavor without getting a lot of that spiciness, is you de-seed your onion, your or jalapenos or green chili peppers. Again, this is the boring part of the video. I do apologize for that. It's just never an easy thing to do, but it's time consuming. It's not an easy meal. It's an easy meal. It only takes maybe about half an hour to make. It's not that hard. It just takes some prep. Once you do the prepping, it's pretty easy. But I like to include the prepping just because not everyone knows how to chop these things properly. I do because I've been cooking a while, but And I'll show the chopped versions here in a minute after I'm done. And then we got one more vegetable here to go, and then we're done. It's too hot in New Mexico. It's my white boy Spanish. I'm too white to be talking Spanish. That's a really bad joke. It's a really horrible joke. All right, so. Usually I don't post videos about this because this is lazy. Well, this is what I consider lazy cooking because I don't really actually make anything. I'm just putting things in a pot and letting it boil. I don't consider this actually cooking. However, a friend of mine told me that I need to be a little bit more gracious with my skills because I'm very good at my skills of cooking. So I will probably post more of these. I don't know when. This is going to be a little harder to deseed. So we're almost done though, so boring part is almost over, don't worry. I know, it's boring and I can't think of anything to say because I'm too busy focusing on the green chili because I want to get this right. That's the thing about cooking. You gotta make sure you focus. You can't get distracted by anything. You gotta focus. You can really make a horrible meal if you're not careful. But like I said, these ingredients are probably about only $10 total. Not even that. I doubt it's $10. I'm probably overestimating. But I got the majority of it from a food bank, so I don't know the exact prices. So my original cost spending on this meal was only about maybe a couple bucks. But you could probably only spend $10 on this meal and be fine. You could probably actually spend less and be fine. All right, so that's done. I'm gonna move the camera here. Give me a minute. All right. Hello. It's my apartment. All right. So here is the finished. That's what it should look like. You can only mostly see the green stuff. So we want to get our pot. We want to get this out of the way because we don't need that anymore. Okay. Move the laptop over here. Right. Hello. So, by the way, I didn't do my intro. Welcome to Cooking with Jason. I'm your host, Jason, and this is how to make $10 feed about 4 to 5 people chili if they all get one dog. If they get 2 dogs, maybe about 2 to 3 people. I'd say anywhere from 2 to 3. Maybe you need 3 cans of chili. And you need 2 cans of beans. Or is it 3 cans? Let me look at this. Hold on. I apologize, by the way. I'm trying to space out foods here. I think I forgot to buy extra beans. Yeah, so it's that, and then the chicken. Okay, I will need to buy more beans if I do that. Okay. So yeah, we're not gonna get beans then. We're fine. I think we're good. I think we forgot to get extra beans. That's okay. We don't need extra beans for this. I don't need the extra, fat in the beans. So we just take this and we put it in like that. Make sure we get all the garlic and everything. We're good. Then we take this. You're probably going to want to get a spoon or something. And like this. And scoop it out like that. The brand of this, and this is not advertising this brand at all, but I do like this brand. That's the brand. But that's not placement, that's not sponsorship. It's not anything like that. It's not a recommendation. I'm not a famous YouTuber anyway, so I ain't recommending it. If you want to get a cheaper brand that's more expensive, or cheaper than that's an oxymoron, or for a cheaper brand that's more to your liking, I recommend you do that. Mine is just simply what I said. We're gonna want to mix that up a little bit. Now, usually I put potatoes in this too. However, I'm making a bit of a healthier version, so this isn't gonna have a lot of the hardiness my usual crap has, i.e. a lot of the carbohydrates, but that's okay. That's a good thing. We don't want a lot of those carbohydrates. And actually, I just got an idea, but I don't think I'll do it. I think I'll just keep it chili. I thought this would be more. Unfortunately, usually my hardiness adds more ingredients into it, but that's okay. So maybe I think it's only enough for 2 people. I think more than 2, maybe 3, depending on. I really think 3 people would feed this if they had smaller bowls, but I dare say 2 people is the max for this. You're gonna want to stir it up like that to kind of get all the ingredients in there. After that, we throw these away. They are no longer useful to anyone at all whatsoever. All right, we're gonna want to get chili powder. I'm gonna want to get garlic powder. Gonna want to get Italian seasonings. Gonna want to get, where is it? Lemon pepper. And I I think I said paprika. Did I say paprika? I'm gonna want onion powder and paprika, I think. Oh, and red pepper. I grabbed the wrong thing and I remember I forgot one. Red pepper. Yeah, I know it's gonna be hot, but I like it hot. And if you don't like hot, feel free to discount the spice in here. I put a lot of spice because I can handle it. I recommend cooking safely. I apologize for you seeing my underarm there. I have limited space in my kitchen, so I apologize. But this thing is right under the spice rack, so I know not the best place for a video, but you do with what we can. All right, so paprika's in there already. We just get a wooden spoon and we stir it again. Get everything in there, and then all we do, yeah, this is only enough for 2 people. I dare say this is only enough for 2 people. This is only enough for 2. So if you have chili dogs, you're probably going to want to double them up. Okay. So, and you turn the stove on high, medium heat, you cover it with something. And that's all you do. It's that simple. It's a really simple meal. I cut some things. You can add potatoes and extra beans. If you add about maybe a can or 2 of beans, it doesn't matter what kind. You can get anything really, as long as they're not the hard beans. They gotta be the canned beans. And what you can do is you can stretch it out for more people. I recommend if you're gonna feed 4 people with this, this is a 2-person meal really. I recommend if you want to make it a 4, add in a can of beans for each can of chili. So add in 3 cans of beans. That's 4. 3 cans of beans, and what you get at the food bank is acceptable because you can use that. Food banks give out beans all the time, so feel free to use those things. It's not a difficult thing to do. You just pop it in there, you're good to go. You can also add a couple of potatoes. That kind of makes it a little bit more hearty. And I recommend adding a small can of tomato sauce if you do that, just to make sure everything's covered so that everything's coaxed. You put it on here until it boils and until everything's nice and steamy and cooking. That's already steamy and whatnot, so we're going to want to stir this. We're going to want to stir it and turn it on a lower heat to kind of make it cook longer. So put it on a lower heat, and I dare recommend cooking it for only maybe about, I'd say 20 minutes. 20 minutes tops. Like, it's one of those things you gotta watch, but check on it every now and again. Check on it and time it on your watch. Make sure it's every 5 to 10 minutes. Check on it, make sure nothing's burnt, and you're fine. Now I'm gonna make these into chili dogs. So, we got kosher dogs over here. So the only step I'm not going to show with the pictures on Facebook is how to make these. I assume you know how to make them. You can boil them, you can grill them, you can do whatever you want to them. I don't care. So I'm not in your house. But I assume everyone knows how to make hot dogs. So that is how to make my chili. And that is also directions on how to stretch it out. This is a lazy man's meal. It is not a very complex meal. It is meant to be for in case you work a lot, you're tired, you know, it's something good for the kids. You just get a couple of cans, you leave it on the pot, you can go back to what you're doing. Check it every 5 or 10 minutes and you're good. You want to look for when it's boiling, stir it a little bit, put a fork in the vegetables to make sure if they're cooked, and then go back. It's normally going to take you about 25 minutes tops. It's not going to take that long to cook. So you're going to want to watch it. But you got dinner for 2 to 4, depending on how many beans you add. If you add beans and potatoes, you can make it last up to 4. If I had an extra 3 cans of beans and an extra 3 potatoes, this would last longer. Or even an extra 1 potato. 1 potato will actually last a lot longer. But I've cut potatoes out of my diet, so it's just what it is. Or, well, the white ones. I still eat the orange ones. So that is how to make my chili. I want to say that I know everyone's going through a hard time. I know everyone's going through a really difficult time. 2020 has been crazy. I want everyone to stay safe, wear a mask, be smart, do not piss people off. Just be smart, be safe, be happy, be well. We will all get through this. The country has seen worse, even though it may not seem like it, but it's been through worse. We just have to learn to pull together and be okay. So, again, my friends, I care about you all. Be safe, be well. Happy Saturday.